of Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance here on another live. And on this particular live, I'm sorry, I got it upside down. I'm giving away a shadow work deck, and it will be signed and autographed by a girl. So all you have to do is type hashtag shadow work into the chat if you want to be in the running for this deck. Now, this is only exclusive for people that are on this live, okay? So you have to be active on this live in order to qualify for this giveaway. If you're not on the live, unfortunately, you will not be able to get it. All right, so you got to type hashtag shadow work to join the giveaway. I only have one deck that I'm giving away. I will put the link to the shadow work deck into the chat for anybody that's interested in learning more about the deck itself. For anybody that's interested, if you want to win this deck, you type hashtag shadow work into the chat. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me just tell you guys, it's been just a journey. It's just been a ride. And one of the things I love the most about being a part of this channel is being able to help so many people on their spiritual journey. And even though we do a lot of dive deeps of love, relationships, we talk a lot about healing yourself, getting yourself to a better space. Okay, Dorella, I see that you're in the running. Healing and doing our work is a very important step. You've got to make sure you do shadow work. And this is a great deck in order to do that. Now, I've been talking about this deck for the past few days, but this deck does include prompts, and each of the prompts give you different things to think about and really work on with yourself. So this card that I have pulled, it says anchor yourself, identify an item or symbol that represents your growth. And then they give you some examples like a stone, a bracelet, and it says keep it with you as a reminder of your journey. Okay, so that's part of the closing exercise. They have different phases. They have different phases. Um, of the journey. But yeah, the shadow work deck is really cool and it's free. All you got to do is type hashtag shadow work into the chat to be in the running to get it. But this box right here, Adrian entered in the running to get it. All right. JMM is entered into the running to get it. I know in the another live I did the other day, I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to the live chat and select someone to give it to. But what had happened was my live chat disappeared. I'm like, what the heck? So I couldn't really pick anybody. So here I am. This time we'll definitely have a winner today of who will get it. Okay. And so whoever I do select as a winner, I'm going to announce it on the community tab later this evening. And that winner will have 24 hours to claim the prize. They're going to email me directly their name and the link to their channel and then their shipping information. I'll basically send them all that I need. And then I'm going to ship it to them free of charge. It's a gift from me to say thank you to all my amazing subscribers out there. Hey, so all you got to do is type shadow work, hashtag shadow work into the chat to be in the running to get it. Only have 3 people in the running. That's it. Anybody else? 3 people. That's it. And I see you got 7 people watching, but only 3 people have participated. So if you put hashtag shadow work, you'll be in the running to get it. Hey, y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming to another live. As y'all can see, I'm kind of losing my voice because I've been on so many lives. Well, I've been on live stream for about what 6 hours now. This will be 6 hours today. This is what the shadow work deck looks like, you guys. Um, anybody interested? Hashtag shadow work in the chat. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask. think everybody look, I think everybody's still watching my other live. Hey, Fred. No, if you purchase a deck, unfortunately, I won't be able to sign it. This is the only one that I'm signing. Now, if you purchase a deck from my website, which is a regular, deck, if you purchase my waterproof deck, Fred, this one on my website, then I'll sign that one. So my gold waterproof deck, that one I will sign, but this one, if you order it off of Amazon, unfortunately, I won't be able to assign it. This is the only one. Jayun said, this will be needed on her healing journey. Awesome. Yeah. It's such a great tool. And I think like a lot of us, we need a tool. You get a gold one. Okay, awesome. Do you read tarot, Fred? Do you read tarot? If you do, then I'll go ahead and put the link in the chat for you of where you can get that gold deck. Now that one will be signed by me because that's what I sell on my website. Okay. There you go. So it's like I'm multi-marketing here. But yeah, I do sell a deck on my website. This is my deck that I sell on my website. It's an old deck. It's waterproof. It's a waterproof tarot deck. And this is the one on my website that I sell, that I do sign, I bless, and leave a nice message for anybody that purchases it. It's a great OG Rider-Waite tarot deck. Now, Fred, if you order a deck, if you order my tarot deck, Imma send you an actual deck. Imma send you an actual deck. Oh, you had your eyes on my deck? Yeah, it's nice. It's very pretty. You know, this is a very pretty deck. It's kinda like one of those conversational piece decks. Like, if you're at, like, a party or, you have, like, people over, it's, like, really pretty, you know? And, what makes it unique is that you get it from your favorite tarot reader. Yay! You get it from your favorite tarot reader. No, no one's winning. Nobody has won it yet. I'm gonna be on this live until 7:30, so I'll have a winner by 7:30. As long as you see this live stream, we still have people in the running for the deck. You just have to type #shadow work. He, Keisha, I gotta please forgive me. Whew, I'm tired. I've been on a live all day. Yeah, Keisha, if you type #shadow work, you'll be in the running. So JMM, you're planning to learn tarot? Well, guess what? I have a tarot course for that. So if you're interested in learning tarot, you can check out my tarot course as well. It's currently 30% off. So different things you guys can check out. And it's a little expensive, but it's worth it because you get a year-long access. It breaks things down bit by bit. I had a webinar that I did not too long ago that was free, and if I do any more webinars, I will allow my students, like if it's a tarot webinar, I usually allow my students to join those for free. It's not an extra charge. Um, so I may do some more if I get a lot more students into tarot. It'll motivate me to do more webinars about tarot. Yeah. Shadow work, the shadow work, like, what it does, it gives you prompts. So let me show you what it looks like. So as you open it, it gives you some instructions, and then each of the cards that you have in here, they have like little prompts on them. It's like for journaling and reflection. You don't have to journal. You can journal, or you can use like it can be a conversational piece with someone. So for example, it says reflect on a past goal that you abandoned. And then it says the goal was blank, and you fill in the blank on what the goal was. And they give you an example of learning to play an instrument. And then you say, I will revisit it by what? So what it does is it dives deep on the low vibrational parts of ourselves that we need to work on. So if you have anything about you that you feel like needs to be healed, it needs to be addressed so you can attract better, want better, um, that's what you're doing here. You should just buy one. Fred, wait a second. Let me go by email. Fred, did you just buy one? If you did, I'm gonna have to send it out to you. I didn't, but see, Fred, you're not even a tarot reader. That's so sweet. Thank you. But it is fun to have because it's gonna be signed by me. So this is the deck, y'all. Hashtag shadow work is what you need to be in the running to get this free tarot. Well, it's really shadow work deck. All right, Fred. I see you ordered one. All right, Fred. As soon as this live ends, I'll be sure to get it shipped out to you as soon as tomorrow morning. It'll be sent out to you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, Fred. All right, y'all. So again, this is just the shadow work deck. It's a free giveaway. If you want to be in the running for it, you type hashtag shadow work into the chat. That's all you have to do. Hashtag shadow work into the chat, and you'll be in the running. Only one lucky subscriber will be getting this deck. Hashtag shadow work into the chat to get this free deck. It'll be signed and autographed by me. I haven't signed it yet, but it will be. Now, just out of curiosity of people watching, you guys want a brand new deck unopened, or do you guys want this one that's already been handled by me? I'm gonna let you guys choose. Y'all let me know what you think I should give away. I got 2 decks. I have one that has been already opened, that's this one that's been featured on my lives, or do you want a brand new one that hasn't been opened? Matter? It doesn't matter. Just curious. You know, some people get a little germaphobe. They'll be like, hold up now. You said I was gonna get a free one, but you trying to give me one that's already open. No, now don't give me one that's already open. Now I did put the link to the shadow work deck at the top. That's for those that's interested in just like you want to just buy one for yourself. You can order it on Amazon. So you don't have to be in the running for this. You can just go ahead and buy you one. They're only $2.99, I believe, on Amazon, which is a good price. It's typically what you pay for, a deck like this. Nothing too outrageous. Yep. You guys are so beautiful. You're like, "It's whatever. Be thankful for whatever." That's cool. Yeah. Alright, we got Tamika in the running. Our list of participants is growing and growing and growing. Hey, Tess. You gotta do hashtag shadow work. Now listen, like I said, we had another live, I would say a few days ago, and I said, "Okay, guys, if you want a shadow work deck, you gotta type shadow work into the chat." What happened was that that live chat messed up. I'm like, "What the heck?" Couldn't even see who all the people that participated, so I said, "Imma do another one today." Here we go. There you go. Now Tess is in the running. Now she's in the running. I know, JMM, that's what I'm saying, like, I had it going. I thought I had it going because usually when I do live chats, my replay live chat be there. But when I went back to go check it, live chat disappeared, like, it was frozen, it disappeared. I don't know if YouTube blocked it or what, but I'm like, "Dang, homie, I done promised these folks that Imma give away a shadow work deck, and I ain't gave 'em nothing away." It was so bad. I was like, "No." Big shout out to Fred, man. Fred is so sweet. He went ahead and ordered my other deck that I sell on my website, which I do sell a deck for those tarot readers that watch, that golden deck that I sell. Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate you, man. Now, if you're just now joining the live, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming. Oh, Mr. Pops. Hey, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Wow. Now listen, this is a free giveaway. So anybody that's interested, all you got to do is type hashtag shadow work into the chat to be in the running to get this shadow work deck. Remember, shadow work is so important. So important. It's a very important step on your healing journey. And as a free gift to you all, my beautiful subscribers, anybody joining this live within this hour that gets in the running for it will be added to the list of people that may get it. And right now we have 10 people only in the running, only 10. So that's a good odds. 1 out of 10 odds. So may the luck be in your favor, man. Okay, Mr. Pops is in there. Thank you again, Fred, for the support. And thank you, Mr. Potts, for the $2. You guys are so sweet. How y'all feeling? Y'all doing all right? If y'all missed my live earlier, I did an all signs read, so you guys can check it out. I got the timestamps good to go now, so you can go back and watch each of the 12 zodiac signs or rewatch if you saw it before, but you want to go back and listen to me talk a mess again. You can check it out. Remember, this is a free giveaway. All you got to do is type hashtag shadow work in the comments to be in the running to get this lucky deck, and it will be signed by your girl. Woohoo! So thank you guys so much for coming. And the odds are definitely in your favor. It's 1 in 11 chances to be called as the winner. So I will announce the winner after this live does end. We have about 21 minutes left before we finish up. Silif Design says, my first live was when you were listing off other life duties. I appreciate the work you're putting in to help others. Thank you so much. Yeah, lots of time to help others. And I don't have no time for myself. But I promise you guys, I'm going to practice some self care tonight. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to try. And I'm going to soak. I'm going to get a bath of Epsom salt, and I'm going to light some candles, play some soft meditative music, relax. And hopefully that'll help my hip because my hip is messed up, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with my hip. And I think that'll help me feel a little bit better. You know, Epsom salt, old school does the trick. So yeah, just kind of relax in a nice, warm bubble bath. I think that's what I need. Epsom salt. Don't forget, guys, to hit the like button. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. As you guys know, I put in a lot of time on this channel. And some of you guys be low key coming in, watching my readings, and don't even be subscribing to my channel. You know who you are. I'm one of those people. I watch people all the time and don't be subscribing. I'm gonna start supporting other content creators and start subscribing to their stuff. We all have our favorites. So I hope you guys are enjoying my content. This is my free gift to you. I love to give away free stuff, y'all. Love to give away free stuff. Here we are. We're giving away something else for free. There it is. Shadow Work Deck. If you want to learn more about the Shadow Work Deck, link in the chat. I just dropped it. Also, for those that want to purchase, it's only $18.99 on Amazon. And I'm going to show you guys some more cards. Well, I think we got about 40 minutes left, almost 40 minutes. All right. So this one says, identify a recent positive change you've made. Change was blank. And then it says, I will build on this by blank. Like, is there a certain change you've made recently? That's what you need to identify. And then how will you build on that change? Okay. All right. This one says, reflect on a time you felt powerless. The situation was blank. How does this experience affect you today? All right. So y'all see what it is? It's really just deep reflection. Like you're looking at moments in your life, experience in your life, and you're diving deep on it into a better space. All right, this one says, consider a fear you have about the future. The fear is blank, and I will work on overcoming it by blank. Okay. All right, here goes another one. It says, reflect on a strength you have often overlooked. The strength is blank. I will integrate this by blank. There you go. Shadow work deck. And it's a lot of cards. Y'all see all these cards? There's no way. And I would say the most effective way to get through this, just so you don't overwhelm yourself, I would start off with maybe like one card every few days, maybe even just one card a week. Because the thing about shadow work, if anybody's familiar with shadow work, it can be very triggering and it can be very draining and overwhelming. But what it does is it leads you to more clarity about her shadows of ourself that we need to work through and address that we don't really. So some of us, we past trauma, pain, toxic relationships, all kind of things we go through. Yeah. So I think if I send it to you all, I'm going to sign it on the outside, and I'm gonna probably have to get like a Sharpie that's like a I have a black Sharpie that I use to sign my golden tarot deck that I sell on my website. I have a black Sharpie for that one, but I'm gonna have to get another one so you guys can see it. But that's the shadow work deck. If you want to be in the running for it, hashtag shadow work, just like Lauren did. And Miss Sands is in the running. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Miss Sands, these are my cards on my website, Divine Spiritual Guidance. This is the golden waterproof tarot deck that I sell on my website. And if you're interested in purchasing it, click on that link I just dropped into the chat. Now, this deck right here is cool. It's a Rider-Waite tarot deck, and it'll include a free cheat sheet. It will also include the deck autographed by me, including a beautiful message from a lot of cool bonuses included in this, and it's very special, especially if you're somebody who is um, like a tarot enthusiast or a beginner or someone that wants to floss and flex. Like, look at my tarot deck. It's waterproof and it's pretty. It's like one of those conversation decks. Just a little thing. And I've had quite a bit of people order them. They're really nice. So yeah, I currently have 5 of them left in stock. So if I keep running out, I might have to get some more made and sent to me, but I have 5 in stock that I can sell right now. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about this shadow work deck. So yeah, if you want to be in the running to get this shadow work deck, hashtag shadow work into the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Show you some love. Let me ask you guys into the chat when it comes to shadow work. What are some things that you've done to work on your shadow self? What are some things you guys have done? Have any of you guys journaled? Have any of you guys, you know, done any type of activities or spiritual practice to release some of the low vibrational sides of yourself? I know me for like my healing journey, I actually purchased a shadow work journal, and the shadow work journal was very, transformative on my healing journey because I was able to really jot down and reflect on some things, and I love the prompts that came with the journal. This kinda reminds me of that shadow work journal. The only difference is it doesn't have the background like the journal, but it still has the prompt, and it's a lot more convenient because it's cards. And say if you're working with people, like, say if you have a friend, a relative, or somebody that you wanna do healing work with, then that person can sit down and you got other questions together and direct and encourage. So, yeah, and that's why they call it the interact shadow work. JMM said she's just being by herself. I agree. Sometimes just taking time for yourself, away from family, friends, romantic interests, sometimes even your own kids. Being alone is healing, but it also gives you time to, like, have a clear mind and really be able to think about some things and reflect. But I think it also helps, like, jot something down, or talk about it. You know, some people do shadow work by talking to a therapist or a professional. Field of design said, "I had to take classes where relationships gone bad, and I learned a lot about myself and how I deal." There you go. So sometimes they have classes too, but that's exactly what shadow work is for those that it's really good self-reflection so you can choose better. So I love that. Yeah. Miss Sad says, "Yes, I had data, journals, and a lot of reflection starting from childhood, and even talking to family about generational and cycles." That's important. That's so important, Miss Sands, because I think sometimes, especially me being an educator working with young kids, I work with high school students, you know, I think it's so important to remind them that even if you grow up into an environment that's toxic or not healthy, we can't choose our family, but we can choose our friends and we can choose our romantic interests, right? I think it's so important to understand that we have freedom of choice with certain things and certain aspects in our life. But when you're choosing to connect with others, how do you know you're not trauma bonding? How do you not know that you're choosing someone because you're lonely, because you're feeling desperate, right? So you gotta get that vibration up and energy up, understand, include those conversations with family about how there's a pattern. There's those generational curses and traumas that are on repeat, and it's a real thing. But the only downside of that, sometimes you'll have relatives or family members who won't get it, who will continue to operate out of their low shadow self and not do the work. And at that point, you have to set healthy boundaries to protect yourself and say, "Okay, you're just not ready for, that healing journey. You're just not ready." And I have to, protect my peace by having a boundary. So, it's good that if you did have family that's willing to talk about it, that's the first step. Hopefully, they'll be willing to make the changes to break that generational curse. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. Sylvester says that she does meditation. I love meditation. Listen, if you guys don't know, a lot about meditation, start off with guided meditation. There's a lot of channels on YouTube where they have a guide who will walk you through the steps of how to properly meditate, where they'll say, "Okay, close your eyes, inhale and exhale." And then they'll say, "Okay, now inhale again and imagine that you're on a beach and you're seeing the waves crash onto the rocks." You know that They'll walk you through, and it's super cool because you can sense it, you can feel it, you can see it, it brings you a sense of comfort and peace. And the cool thing about meditation, you guys will probably crack up is I was introduced to meditation in high school. Yeah, in a psychology class. Yeah, I was one of those nerds um, honors and AP classes and stuff. And as an elective, I took, like, a psychology class, and my teacher every single class, we would first start off with the meditation. Every single class, we would start off meditating, and he would literally turn on soft meditative music, and he would guide us through a meditation. How beautiful is that? So imagine a bunch of teenagers sitting in the classroom meditating. He'll turn off all the lights, and we'll go through a meditation exercise. And it was so healing, and that was another thing that kind of got me more into, like, "Okay, well, what is this meditation thing?" And learning more about spirituality. I'm telling you, when I meditate, I would go to a whole 'nother realm, it would really take me there, and I even told him that, I said, "Wow, this is super cool," you know? It wasn't until later till I realized that, being spiritually tapped in and being able to tap into other realms and energies, really feel on a deeper level. Um, I had a different experience than maybe others that were meditating. It was really cool experience. Lauren says, journaling may be preferred when she does her shadow work. Meditation and grounding outside, amongst mother nature. I love that. I love nature too. And I think a lot of us spiritual people are really, really into nature. You said being in a space where you can be real and raw with yourself. What helps me, Lauren, near water. I love being in the nature, like woods. I love the beach. I love water. I love a creek. I love anybody's water. Lake, love that. And here near Jackson, Mississippi, we have a reservoir. It's actually in Ridgely, Mississippi, and sometimes I'll go out there and I'll just meditate because that's the only big bottle of water we have out here. It kinda reminds me of an ocean. So, yeah, um yeah, bodies of water, nature, grounding yourself, planting your feet into the sand if you're at the beach is so healing for me. Oh, I love it. But yeah. It says, "I've never healed anything. I always shift focus and never process the pain. Now I spend a lot of time reflecting on last trauma and choosing to feel the pain and meditate on it." That's so important. Like, you're not alone, Fred. I think a lot of people are scared of their shadow self. They're scared to face the pain. They're scared to face, "Why is my life being the way it is? Why do I keep having these things happen to me? Why do we have" I think someone talked about generational curses. A lot of us don't really want to deal with that because it is painful, it is hard. You really have to be able to surrender and just say, if I want better for myself, I've gotta go deep. I gotta get uncomfortable. I gotta cry. I gotta get angry. I gotta get raw." And that's why anytime you do shadow work, you need to take your time and do bit by bit and not overwhelm yourself. And even in these directions, they talk about that. They say, okay, here it is. It says, "Go slow. Shadow work is a personal," and say, no, shadow work is personal and can feel intense. It can. It can feel intense. It says, "You don't need to rush. Take breaks if you feel uneasy." And it says, "Be honest with yourself. The more honest and open you are, the more meaningful your insight will be. It might feel uncomfortable, but growth often comes from facing what we think is protect self-kindness." This process isn't about judging yourself. If you uncover a habit or belief you don't like, remind yourself that even through struggles and hidden it's human to have complicated, and it says use support services if needed. It says if something you explore feels too painful, remember it's okay to seek professional help from a therapist or counselor. You're not alone. That's what it's saying. It's saying, you feel like if you're actually doing this shadow work and you start feeling overwhelmed or you start realizing some things about yourself that's really deep and you're like, I can't do this. I gotta stop. Stop. Okay, just stop and don't be scared to get therapy. What most people don't understand is that therapy is a form of shadow work. When you go to a therapist and you dig deep on your issues, your traumas, your pain, shadow work. Because what those therapists will do is actually probing questions, and you know, practical steps to address those issues identified in that session. And that's kind of what I do as a tarot reader and a spiritual healer, is I try to reveal some of the more shadow sides of things you're experiencing, and then we have a discussion about practical steps that, spirit wants you to do in order to get to a better space. So that's my goal as a spiritualist and a healer, tarot reader, and clairvoyant is be able to see some of the things that you may not see, deliver it to you so you can get to a better space. And so that's why I say sometimes people think tarot reading is, oh, it's witchcraft, it's horrible. Well, a lot of things can be horrible, but I don't think tarot is witchcraft. I think if it's used the right way, it can be healing and helpful to a lot of people. Lauren says, "Water and trees just do it for you." I love trees too, I do. I love being in, like, because I'm in the South, there's a lot of greenery, so I do enjoy sitting out and enjoying the nature. A lot of the greenery, a lot of nature. Lauren says, "I took a trip to Seattle, and it was literally everything." Really? I've never been to Seattle. She said the Pacific Ocean is a game changer. Being surrounded by huge trees and other flora was a breath of fresh air. Really? I heard it rains all the time in Seattle. That's the thing that would get on my nerves. I'm not even gonna hold you. That would get on my nerves, the rain. I bet because it rains so much here. JM said, "I know what I need to do. It's just hard for me to commit to it and have the fear of the unknown." That's human. It's human nature. I think as humans, we love to be in control of our own destiny. We love to be in control of our environments and the people that some of us like to be in control of others so we don't get hurt. But on the spiritual level, we can't control the uncontrollables. So you have to kind of allow yourself to just accept what is and focus on control you, because you can only control you. You can only how you think, how you act, how you respond, and you accept. And so if you encounter people or situations or things that are not really aligned to what you want, you have the ability to control if you wanna stay in it or remove yourself from it. So that can be a game changer too, if you think of it from that perspective in your life, like, what were the things or people in my life that I allowed in that didn't deserve me? What were the things in my life that, that I did that contributed to my own pain? That's the shadow work, you know? And I think we know, I agree with you, and, we know what we gotta do. We just don't wanna do the hard work, and that is true. It's hard to do the right thing. Temptation, right? Temptation. Yep. Lauren said you were there 3 days, and it lightly sprinkled the last day. I love the rain. Okay, well, you like Seattle. I'm not a big fan of the rain. Oh, And it rains here in the South, and it storms, and I'm just like, "Ah, I agree." Yeah. You gotta get back to work, Fred. Okay, thank you so much, Fred, for your support. I'll get that deck sent out to you soon. Thank you so much. Now we're in 45 to go. Not too bad. I hope you have an amazing evening. All right, guys, we have about 15 more minutes left on this live. So if you're watching secretly and you want to be in the running for this free giveaway of the Shadow Work deck, all you have to do is type hashtag Shadow Work into the chat to be in the running to receive it. That's it. Hashtag Shadow Work. And then I will announce the winner later tonight. And that winner will have 24 hours to claim their prize. If not, then we're going to select a new winner. And we'll just keep announcing winners until someone claims this. It will include a beautiful, loving message from your girl, as well as an autographed shadow of death, free of charge, shipped right to your door, just for me to say thank you for interacting with me, showing up for the channel, supporting what I do. You guys know here at Content Creator on this platform, the only way that we're able to really grow as content creators is with views and likes and the comments. So if you are journey and you have entered this giveaway, you will be one of the top people that I select to give it to. All right. It's just going to be whoever I feel drawn to give it to. All the people that did hashtag work on this live will be in the running. All right. I guess we got a winner. I guess we got a winner. Okay. We have SIOV Design. Congratulations. Woo! So you will be the winner. I'll go ahead and announce it on the community tab. You will have 24 hours to claim your prize. If you don't claim your prize within 24 hours, fortunately, I'm going to have to forfeit your prize, but I'll have all that information in the tab for you. You'll have to email me your name, the link to your channel, and I will do it. So that's our winner. I didn't know I was going to randomly select someone for me, but I have to honor it on live. So that's what I have, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. See you again soon. Take care of yourself. Namaste. Don't forget that if you want to purchase this deck, the link is in the pinned comment. Y'all see it up there? It's in the pinned comment. So go ahead and snatch it on up. Again, your prize within 24 hours. We'll announce a new